you can see Sarah Scalzo, and down below you can see Ingrid. Well, you can't see Ingrid, but you can hear her.
Wait a minute, I fixed it.
You have? Okay. Okay, so Sarah and I are both the floristry teachers, and Ingrid, who's coming back in, is our coordinator. And down the bottom, there's Asha, who's just appeared, and Asha's actually a current apprentice of ours as well. Okay, just turning off Siri. Okay, then. So have we got people in there? Yep.
Yeah, we have 18 people.
Okay, awesome. That's great. All right, so I'm going to start by showing you all a video clip first of one of our past students who's studied with us. When did she study with us, Sarah?
I believe it was last year's group.
Okay, then. So I'm just going to share this video of Nikki, and then we'll have a chat to you then.
I've wanted to do it since I was in my early 20s, and I was in a job that I wasn't really enjoying and wanted to do something different, so I took the plunge and enrolled. I was probably at the start a bit surprised how quickly we got into making the arrangements. Like pretty much on day 2 we were hands-on, which was a good thing. A customer that used to come into my old job, her daughter had studied here a couple of years ago and sort of praised the course and said it was really good. I'd love to get a job somewhere and get a bit more experience, and then my long-term goal is to open my own business. It's one of the most relaxing industries that I've ever worked in. Just dealing with nature every day and sort of what you're creating is beautiful, so yeah, 100% do it.
Okay, so Sarah or Asha, did you want to talk about your experience in floristry so far?
Sure. Hi, I'm Asha. I've been doing floristry since July last year. I lost my job in tourism and came across my employer who was looking for an apprentice, and I was like, okay, I'll jump in and become an apprentice. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing it since July, so I don't know, about just over a year now. Didn't realize how full-on floristry could be, especially during lockdown. Our business model is more of an online florist, so not necessarily wedding and events, which have completely been cancelled, but we're doing a lot of online orders, and lockdown has seen us quadruple in some cases. And coming to Box Hill, my employer wanted me to sign up with Box Hill because she studied with Box Hill when she was an apprentice. And it's been great. And even though a lot of it has been online, that's fine as well. You can log in via Zoom and do your classes and then go home and do your assignments or your practical, depending on what that is. And then when in class, you've got the floristry classroom that's equipped with all the equipment, and
Awesome. Thanks, Asha. So what I'm going to share with you all now is just the official PowerPoint. We'll just go through it, and Sarah and I will just talk through the PowerPoint with you all. So I'm just sharing my screen again. So hang on, I've just got to look it up. There it is. Oops. Just going to take it back, and I just need to work out how to make this larger, but it's not this. So welcome to Box Hill Institute Welcome Open Month. This is for floristry. And so just a bit of an introduction at Box Hill. Oops. Hang on, I've just got to make it come up. At Box Hill Institute, we know that our flexible industry-aligned quality education offers you a life-changing experience. From short courses to certificates, diplomas, bachelor and postgraduate qualifications, we connect you with real industry skills to help you thrive in the workplace and help you discover and create a new career path. So with our floristry, so Box Hill Institute is one of Australia's leading vocational and higher education providers. We have 3 campuses. So there's one at Box Hill, there's one in Melbourne CBD, and there's one at Lilydale. Education is about learning for work and life. We prepare you for both. We have a modern, well-equipped facilities that simulate work environments. Our staff and industry are experienced and connected. And when you graduate from Box Hill Institute, you'll have the skills and experience that employers are looking for. So with BHI, we like to call it that by short. So there's a point of difference with us. So the first point is 85% of our students are employed within 6 months of completing this study, and they earn a higher salary after graduating from universities and graduates. Point 2, empowering students with real industry experience and expertise is part of our DNA. We deliver essential and advanced skills for a wide range of industries that meet current industry expectations. Point 3, floristry students learn in a real workplace environment. The fully operational floristry business Flowers on Alga. So we actually do have a shop front within our campus. So we'll talk about that a bit later on. Floristry students work to real client briefs, creating floristry products for weddings, flower shows, fashion shows, other special events throughout their course. So we'll also talk about that later on as well. This is open month this month. So as you know, you've all registered to watch this. So in this little page that we've got here, we've got an excursion that we went on prior to COVID. So we did go on a few excursions last year in between the lockdowns. So we're hoping to get back out in there again. This was to a lotus farm, which was wonderful. This is Nikki, who's the student that spoke at the very beginning. And these are floral rings and floral jewellery that Sarah's actually created with her students. So Sarah, I'm going to leave this one to you. So as you know, I'm one of the presenters. So I'm Elisa Coy, which is your floristry teacher. I look a bit different there, a bit more glammed up. And here's Sarah there as well. So Sarah looks a bit more glammed up now. And there she looks like she's off to work or at the flower market, I think, by the looks of it, Sarah. So I'm going to leave that one to you. Okay,
yes,
thanks.
Thanks, Elisa. That photo was taken actually on a class excursion after the flower market. We were standing in front of the cyclamen stand. So one of the students took that photo and she did a pretty filter on it. So I kept that one. I like that photo. So yes, we can begin the next slide. So Certificate 3 in Floristry. So it's suitable for you if you are seeking a career in the floristry industry, looking to start your own online or retail floristry business, have a passion for flowers and nature, want a career change, and wishing to learn new skills. So with this, I think it's really important because there is so many different, avenues and careers that different paths that you can go in our industry. So there's been, when I was doing the one-day workshops through Box Hill Institute, I had a lot of students that said, I really want to, see this is the right career for me. And after the day of just having that, doing 3 items in that one very busy day, we had so many join for the actual course because they just loved it. And they just, they absolutely loved it. And they said it really is a time for a change in career. And it is, I think it's been noted that the actual floristry industry, to be around flowers is like the #1 workplace in the world of being stimulated by colour and smell and actually, almost not therapeutic, but it's just a beautiful workplace to be in.
Agree, Sarah. I agree with that one.
Excellent.
Yep.
So in our Certificate 3 course structure, at the moment we have a 1-year full-time course. So we have 2 intakes of that in February and in July. So same thing will be for next year, February and July. So the full-time course is 3 days per week and it's 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So, and they're delivered at our Alga campus in Box Hill. However, it is going to be a new course in a city-based program, which will begin next year as well. So the areas of study is creation of floristry products. We do hand-tied, wired, base medium, visual displays, and customised products for events. So we do cover I guess every type of floristry item you'll need, whether you're starting or wanting to start a business or working in the actual industry. It's basically with hand-tied, wired and base medium, they're the main types of designs that are used in our industry. So product knowledge that we study, product design, art, including colour theory and drawing, and business skills for florists. Career pathways for our graduates. So retail florists, that's a lot of the times in our industry, you might start off in that actual to being a retail florist and serving customers and just engaging on an everyday basis. We also have event floral stylist. So corporate and studio florist, that's a bit more my background. It was actually corporate and events. So not so much having a shop front, but actually going and setting up larger events. I have done obviously a vast range, but I love corporate and event roles. So there is travel opportunities. That might be a little bit paused, but I must say, even on it, because we're quite engaged with our industry, and even yesterday there was a career possibility, even in Echuca, everyone put out wanting a career change, move to the country. In Echuca, we're looking for, you know, a lovely florist to join us. And same thing, even with Queensland, Hamilton Island, even within Australia, there is a lot of different positions for florists. So there's obviously a career of having an online business these days, and there's a lot of different companies and businesses that are online, and growth potential for manager roles in conjunction with industry employment. So, sorry, Lisa. No, so showcasing our facilities, we have Flowers on Alga, which is so we've got our classroom, which is a really large, lovely classroom, which is attached to a working shop, which is called Flowers on Alga. So this has actually just been recently painted and refurnished a little bit. So we have a beautiful walking area for clients to come in. The students in, I guess, instruction underneath Elisa and myself assist with customers with taking orders, taking briefs and doing event design. We do wedding orders, corporate orders, especially there's a restaurant at the Tape, which is called Fountains, and we've already quoted, I believe, I think 4 or 5 events for later in this year. Fingers crossed they can go ahead. So we do have Flowers on Alga, and we also next year will have the city-based program, which will be in the city at De Grey Street in the heart of Melbourne's creative precinct. Excellent. Elisa, you're...
Okay, me. Okay, so why study at BHI or Box Hill? So most of our floristry graduates do actually get jobs, learn in a real workplace environment so you can seamlessly transition to the next step in your floristry career. So that's with Flowers on Alga. You're actually already working in the workplace and within our Flowers on Alga, and you're getting to serve customers and use the FPOS machine and write up orders for them and cards, and also make up orders for them as well. Regular industry engagements is part of our course. So students participate in floristry competitions and flower shows, attend industry events and visit suppliers. So we do visit our suppliers for excursions. Once we're out of COVID, hopefully we will get back, or once we will get out of COVID, the flower show will open back up again. And so students will be able to compete in that one as well and volunteer for the flower stall that's at the flower show. Our teachers, we're highly qualified, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But also as well, most of our graduates from floristry, so just to give you an example, last year's group that came through, so they finished with me in February this year. There was 12 of them in the group and 8 of them ended up working in industry. The 2 that didn't work in industry was because they didn't want to. Okay, so they actually just wanted to do it on the side as a hobby. We've also had some students in the past that have also opened up their own businesses as well. So there's one in Vermont, and Sarah, you could talk about yours as well.
Yes, I've got, over the last 4 years at Box Hill, there's been so many students that have opened up shops, studios, completed the most amazing events, travelled, and it's amazing to see. So to stay connected, Elisa and myself are on Instagram through Box Hill Floristry page, as well as our own floristry pages, and we follow everyone's pages, and it's amazing to see. Like, we've got some amazing alumni out there, and a really strong connection in, I guess, the whole Victorian floristry industry, not only from our obviously experience in it, but also from our students opening up shops and staying in contact with us.
Also as well, Sarah and I, both between us, are really highly qualified. So if I added all the years up between us with experience, it's many, many years. We upskill our knowledge all the time, as in going to workshops and things like that. So we actually fund ourselves to do that. With myself, my mum was actually a florist as well. So I've been around the industry, oh God, for a very long time, because she was 16 when she started working in the industry. So my, memories go back to when I was 5. So I've always been around a shop. And Sarah as well, her mum's a keen gardener, isn't she, Sarah? So Sarah's also been sort of around the industry as well for a very long time as well. We also we'll give you great support. So with this course, we're not only going to teach you a skill in floristry, we'll also, assist you in life skills as well. And we really love to build up students' confidence and, get you ready to actually go out into the industry and be confident to talk to a customer.
Sorry, Sarah, can you just mute yourself when you're not talking? There's lots of feedback going on for everyone.
I've just had a look at questions and I can see that. I will definitely do that.
Yep. Okay. Also next door to us at Alga, there's actually a skills and job centre, and we're lucky enough to have it right next door to us. And the skills and job centre, they're available to help you with career advice and guidance. So that means that they can assist you with resumes and things like that. So they're making sure that careers are right for you and what training is right for you. How do I get started? But for us, it's actually really good because, if a job comes up, so it often happens within us, we'll be contacted by an industry member or somebody in a shop, and they'll ask us if we've got any students that would like to go and work for them or apply for a position. And some students really, have a bit of an issue with having a resume, like how do I start? How do I make mine more current? So we're very, very lucky to have that right next door, and the contact details are on here as well if you wanted to note that down. So that's the Skills and Job Centre. And then just how to apply, which is what you can do here. If you're interested in doing the course, you can start your enrolment process by submitting an inquiry online. So just go to the website here where I've got my mouse. An application pack can be sent out to you as well within 1 to 3 business days, or you can call the 1300 number here as well and ask them for assistance. So that is the end of our PowerPoint, but I'm actually going to show you another clip from another student, and then we'll come back after that clip and we will get you guys to ask us some questions. So I'm just going to close this screen now and bring us back down again. I'm getting good at this now. We go. Oops, hang on, I've just got to find her. Okay.
I guess for me, I've pretty much been obsessed with flowers for as long as I can remember. And I guess it's always just been a dream of mine. The teachers are amazing. They just make it such a great environment to come in and learn, and they inspire us. Yeah, it's just such a nice, happy environment to be in. I think one day my ultimate dream would be to have my own business back in Tassie, where I'm from. Maybe even like my own little flower farm, but in the meantime I think I just want to get as much experience as like working for other people and learning as much as I can. If you're thinking of studying floristry, just do it. It's honestly the best thing I've ever done.
Okay, so we're all back. So can you all hear me? My screen has frozen. Oh, hello, that's all right. Sorry about that. My screen had frozen, so it's a bit weird. So we're all back again now and you can see us all. So there's myself, Sarah, Ingrid, who's our coordinator, and Asha, who is one of our apprentices. So if anyone has any questions, you're most welcome to speak. You can put on your microphone, can they, Ingrid? Is that right?
No, they'll have to write the questions down the side there, but we're seeing them as they come in. So
okay,
ask away, people.
Yep, I can't see any.
I'll pass on the questions.
Thanks.
Nothing coming through yet. Here are course fees. There we are, the magic question. So I'll talk a little bit about that. So as part of the course, you don't buy any of your materials, we supply them all. So there is some fees as part of your course fees. So you pay a fee for your kit, which has your tools in there as well. So but then we also pay for all your materials for the year in terms of all the flowers. So there are some initial fees on top of your tuition fees, but it's all inclusive. That's the nice thing about the course. So cost-wise, it depends. If you have a healthcare card, you get a much cheaper rate, but the costs range from, actually, give me 2 moments. Actually, I can't bring it up. Sorry, guys. I've got a screen up. Top of my head, can't remember, but it's about $1,300 on top of your tuition fees for materials and the course kit that you have as well. And then it's probably about another $1,000 for tuition if you have a healthcare card. And then it's more again, if you don't have a healthcare card, you still get government subsidies for it, but not as low as if you do have a healthcare card. But in terms of fees, it is actually on the website. If you go to the website there, it's all listed there for you, so you can see all the different fees, and you can work out which division you would fit into.
They can also set up a payment plan as well, Ingrid.
Yeah, they can. So that's something you can do at the time of enrolment. So a payment plan works that you pay a little bit off every 2 weeks up until the end of the course. So the deal is by the end of the course, you pay for it in full. Now, there's another question here. Can you explain the difference between the ALGA and the CBD courses? Essentially, the ALGA course is going to be the full-time course, and you will do most of your work in flowers on ALGA. The city-based course is part-time. So at this stage, it looks like it's going to run on a Monday during the day, and there'll be 1 session at night as well, which is a remote session for the floristry theory side of things. And that's likely to be a Tuesday night, but we're not 100% sure yet. So that's essentially the difference. So if you want a full-time course, it's Box Hill, the ALGA campus. But if you're after part-time, and you live over that side of town, you might want to consider the city-based one. Now, what else have we got there? What kinds of assessments will there be and how many hours of placement? I'm going to hand that question over to Elisa and Sarah.
Okay, so in regards to assessments, just to give you a bit of an idea for the prac units, that is wired, hand-tied, base medium, and also assembled. There's around about 45 practical assessments that you do, and then there's 21 units all up in regards to the rest of the course, like the whole course. And so if we minus those ones out, that's probably another 19. So there'd probably be 3 assessments in each one. So yeah, there's a few assessments in there, but they also are part of the delivery as well. So when we deliver something to you, it does usually have an assessment attached to it. So we keep you on track that way. Sarah, did you want to add to that?
You're on mute, Sarah.
Thanks, Asha. So yes, so there's 21 units in the course, And each unit, as Alyssa was saying, has around about 3 to 4 assessments generally. There is a mixed way that we assess for each unit. So we do have, I guess, a practical side of each unit, usually, depending if it's got any practical in it or if it's just a pure theory unit. Being in Flowers on Algar, we don't actually do work placement or anything like that out in the industry. We actually are there to observe and assist you in the classroom. So when you are out in the industry and doing work placement, that's not a requirement anymore. So the wonderful thing of doing it in the classroom, that we are serving real customers. And even a few weeks before we hit lockdown, actually you were there that day, where we made all these beautiful jar posies. The whole class made a beautiful jar posy as a part of a selling unit, which is our theory unit. And we put them in the classroom, and we were just bombarded with people coming in, and we just sold, I think we sold almost all of them within an hour. And to actually participate in doing a role play of actually selling to a real life situation was wonderful. So even though we're doing assessments, it's really just been in that, I guess, retail environment as well at the same time. So it is definitely a mixed way that we do assess. Obviously, we do have our written notes and everything's uploaded to our student web as well. So now also there was another, I did read a, if I could answer Sarah's question, it was it was about a specific taste of floristry. So, and this is actually the beauty of every florist. So we do have, every one of us will have a different design. So there's just a bit of background noise on something. So every one of us will have a different design set, and there is some students that come through the course that say, when I leave here, all I want to do is create this type of bouquet, and that's all I want to do. And they will still pass every single assessment. And when they leave, that might be their actual kind of design skill. And it's amazing to watch, and to watch their business grow based on that 1 or 2 different items and their style. There is many florists out there that will just have a set style, and it's what sets them apart from others. So as long as you're still open to using, base medium items and wiring and doing other things while you're in the course, that's wonderful. But I think it's great to embrace if you've got a specific taste.
Now, I think you might have answered Courtney's question. What are the industry expectations around education as opposed to on-the-job learning?
Also, as well, I just wanted to mention about the work placement as well. We also do real life events and weddings as well. So we have real clients that come in, and we also do real weddings with them. So we do it as a team, but that's also works as work placement as well, where everybody sort of has a task to do. And we do large events, the Floristry at Box Hill as well. So we do a fashion event, and we do all the flowers for that. We'll do other, like Greatest Morning Tea we did last year. So there's lots of big sort of events that we do that all the students are involved in, and we have to hit a brief or, and we get quite a big budget for it. So that gives us that experience.
And also days of the week for the classes, it depends on when you start. So the February group, they tend to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday classes, and if you start mid-year, you'll do the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday group. That's not guaranteed, but that's what we've done for the last couple of years, which has worked quite well. And so and the city one will just be a Monday and possibly a Tuesday night or Wednesday night. That has to be confirmed, but there you go. Any other questions for us?
I don't know if Courtney's question actually got answered then, or maybe I just zoned out. But Courtney, in terms of industry experience, it really depends on the employer and what they want out of an employee. Me being an apprentice, I and my employer sees that I learn really fast when working on the job and studying at the same time. Whereas if you're just studying, you don't have that hands-on as much experience as you would if you were an apprentice, learning on the job right there and then. But it really depends, you get your course done a lot faster if you go in and do it full time without being an apprentice. Whereas if you're an apprentice, the apprenticeship's for 3 years. So it's really up to you and the potential employer.
Thank you for that. That's great. Another question here. Will Box Hill ever run a course out at our Lilydale campus? If the demand was there, we would. So at this stage, there just hasn't been that demand. But, you know, Helen, go get your people together and you never know. And Sarah and Elisa, do you also teach at the city-based course? Sarah is likely to be our lead on the city-based course. So, yeah, that's all. Again, that's starting next year. So, yeah, primarily Sarah will be teaching that one. Any other questions? I think that might be it. All right. So if you have any questions at all, you just go via that customer service email that we gave you earlier. It's on the website. You can just go onto Box Hill Institute Floristry and you'll find all the contact details there of how to get in contact with the Institute if you have any questions about floristry. Sarah, Elisa, Asha, anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, sorry, Ingrid. I did also want to say, I know Elisa talked on it before, but definitely something that we are, and we do a lot of is as much as possible to get in the industry. So this obviously has been restricted due to COVID slightly. However, we still try, even at the moment, whether we're doing, obviously we're doing remote, and our students have just received a little goodie pack yesterday, and it was, wonderful to see them opening up those packs and things. So that even with staying current and doing excursions, we will go visit suppliers. We went last year to the lotus farm and visited and watched the lotuses grow. And we also do remote competition. So the students are still participating this year in doing a wildflower hair circlet competition, which is throughout the whole of Australia that we're competing against other TAFEs. So we do try, and I guess as much as possible, stay with the trends and to stay up to date with, even through COVID, of how we can engage the students in the actual industry, even if they're in the comfort of their own homes at the moment, what we can do to stay and for them to stay engaged in our industry.
Yes, and just to mention as well, Ingrid, our facilities have just been refurbished as well in our floristry room. So it's really quite a beautiful room now. So we're really pleased with it, and we've got lots of really good equipment. It's really spacious as well. And not only do we teach you, good floristry skills, but we'll teach you how to set up your Instagram pages and take good pictures and, give yourself a real presence within class while you're studying on Instagram and things like that. So that also assists you with getting a job out in the industry as well.
Actually, talking about Instagram, Elisa looks after our Instagram account. So if you haven't already, get on to it. Look us up.
So follow Box Hill Floristry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Last opportunity to ask questions. I think that might be it. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Asha. Much appreciated. All right. See you later, guys.